It is that time of the year again, the end of the year, which means that I will be sharing with you the best of beauty for 2022. I refined everything, so you're only getting my top best picks of every single category. I did include some different formulas for each category, so no matter your skin type or preferences, I got you covered with the best makeup of this year. Super excited. Let's not delay this any further and go ahead and get right into it. If you would enjoy seeing a skincare slash hair care slash tool version of this video, definitely give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd be interested in seeing. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do one, but I do have a lot of favorites in those categories as well. If you're watching my channel and you still aren't subscribed, it would mean a lot for me for you to subscribe. It really helps my channel out, and giving this video a like really helps my videos get out to other viewers who might find my content helpful or enjoyable. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being a part of this channel. It's been a fun year. Feel free to comment below any new video ideas you'd like to see going into the new year as well, or specific products you'd like tested. Go off in the comments. Really feel free to let me know anything that you liked or disliked or want to see less of. I'll be chatting with you down there, but let's get started. Two brow pencils. The About Face brow pencil has been one of my favorites that has like the thicker tip to it, and they do a really good taupe shade. This in the Kosas Brow Pop. Almost forgot to mention, these are very close. I think I like the Kosas one a little bit better, but these are such good brow pencils that they make filling in your brows super quick. They last a long time. Everything to love about a brow pencil. If you like something a little bit more fine or detailed, the NYX Micro Brow, something I've been using for years. They also do a really good taupe shade. It is a thinner, more round point, so you can get more detail. All three of those, I'm just always using those. For brow gel, I have two to mention. Another from the Kosas Brow Pop line. This is the clear one, but it's sort of been like tinted from my brow products. This has good hold. It doesn't have super strong hold, which I like because I don't like my brows to be like, you know, too crusty. And then the other favorite is the Instant Brow Fix from Thrive Cosmetics. I have this one on today. This one I feel like has a little bit more of a stiff hold, but it's still not crunchy. Like even feeling my brows, it doesn't feel crunchy, but it still helps them stay up, and it looks super just like natural looking. I love a clear brow gel. I'm honestly not a good person to recommend tinted ones because I just don't use them, but I do think the Kosas tinted one is a good formula because it's very similar to this one. But yes, that was a quick one. Let's move on to eye stuff. Two eye bases I wanted to mention. First is the Jason Wu Prime Eye. They do have different shades of this. This is an eyeshadow base. I like that it's white. Does it extend my shadow longevity? Not really. I just like that it is a white base that stays on my eyes and doesn't like increase creasing. So that's a really nice one. But one that's like very drying in a very like more stiff base. The Whiteout Long Wearing Pomade from KVD. This is actually a brow product. I actually bought this because I think Trixie Mattel from Trixie Mattel's YouTube channel, she was using this as her eyeliner, and I got it because I was doing some drag makeup looks, and it is a super pigmented white eyeliner, but I've also used it as a base, and it just like sticks on your eye and does not like come off. KVD has some really good products, especially for like very long wearing type of situations, and I think this is a really cool product. It's called a brow pomade, but it's really multi-use. I had to mention these Danessa Myricks color fixes again this year. The matte shades, the chrome shades, any of these, you cannot go wrong. You can mix them. They're so long wearing, they're so fun to play with. They have so many different finishes. Truly amazing. Danessa Myricks, she just has the most fun, more like you're having fun playing around with makeup type of products, and these are amazing. Two shades I have here, Exposed and Twinkle, are some of my favorites. Use them on your lips, your cheeks, your eyes, your head, literally anywhere you want. They're so good. And then two eyeshadow single formulas I wanted to mention before we move to palettes. The Bodyography glitter pigments are a classic for me. They are so pretty and metallic. I mean, just look at them. You can find these on Amazon. So many shades. I think I have probably around 20 shades of these. They're so pretty if you just want to like wear them on their own or add to a very glam look. They sort of have a base built into them so they don't flake or have a lot of fallout, but especially if you put them over like a base product, so pretty. Another is a classic, the Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. It took me a long time to try these, but now that I've tried them, I don't know if I'm like really behind in makeup, but I'm just still loving these. I feel like they're so affordable and pretty. So many different finishes and colors to choose from. I mean, I don't even have to say anything because the shades just speak for themselves. I feel like it's good eyeshadow if you look at it and you're like, I immediately want to put this on my eye. I'm actually going to run through eyeliners and mascaras before we do the eyeshadow palettes because I only have a couple here. Starting with pencil liners, the NYX Epic Wear liner sticks, hands down best eyeliner sticks. So affordable, so many shades. They have metallics, this one gold plated I have on my waterline. I think I discovered these last year actually, but I have so many of them and use them. They are so long wearing, they don't budge, they don't have fallout, they're really like gentle on the waterline. Amazing. I also really like rose gold. This is the most sparkly one, but they do have matte shades as well. They sharpen well. It's just like, why would I ever use a different liner when these are so good? My liquid liner picks are the NYX Epic Ink Liner. I use the brown one. Another thing where when I find something that I like, I don't really stray from them. I do really like the pt.2 liner as well, but these are much cheaper, just as good formula. They're just great. I don't know what else to say about it. And then a new discovery is the Hard Candy Stroke of Gorgeous Color Liquid Liner. I do not like the matte versions of these, but if you happen to be able to find the metallic versions, these are so good. The tips are very thin. They're brush tips, which are my favorite, and they are super long lasting. Very easy to get like a nice thin line with them. Come in many different pretty shades. And then I'm only going to mention one mascara this year because it's truly just been the mascara of the year for me. Maybelline Sky High. Nothing beats it. It's the prettiest finish. It does not smudge or flake. The amount of mascaras I've tried this year that have smudged or flaked on me, it's honestly embarrassing for the companies because if you can't be better than a drugstore formula, I'm never going to be purchasing like a high-end mascara unless it beats this somehow, but this one is so good. Alrighty, on to eyeshadow palettes. Makeup by Mario. This is the Master Mattes palette. Didn't love this at first because it is like a bit more on the sheer side, but it makes it so user-friendly and buildable. You can tell it is very well loved. This is my go-to for warm neutrals. I might get his new palette. I don't know, because that one's like a little bit more like neutral-ish, coolish. But these, it just has everything I need. I love how it's all matte. This is actually light enough to be a highlight. I love the mustard tones. This is like the perfect size palette in my opinion. I always travel with this. The Ilia eyeshadow palettes I feel like are underrated. We have the warm toned one, and we also have, let me open this, the cool toned one. You get 6 shades in here and you get 2 metallics and the rest are mattes, which I love. It's a really good balance of both matte and metallics. I use the cool tone one a lot more these days, but I used to use this one a lot. I actually use both of them. They're so pretty. All the colors go very well together and you could do natural and more glam looks. And I also just love the like smaller size of these. My last small palette is the Colourpop That's Taupe. I use this a ton this year. This has a lot of mattes and you get like a super shock shade, which I have on today, and then some pretty metallics. It's such a good intro to cool tone shadows for me. I wasn't really into them until I tried this baby out and now I love them. So speaking of cool tone palettes, I actually just got this, but I'm still gonna mention it as my yearly favorite because I already know I love it that much. It's the Colourpop Shadow Formula, so tried and true. It's the Stone Cold Fox palette. This, I knew I had to get it after I tried the That's Taupe and loved it so much because this is kind of like the expanded version of it. It is just, I feel like so many cool tone palettes are too cool toned or they lean to like purple and red, but this is still like neutral cool tones. I haven't seen anything like this and it really has just exploded my love for cool tones because you do have some silvers. There's still some like slightly warm shades in there which I feel like make it so workable. I use this palette for my eyes today except for like the little topper shade, and you get metallics, you get mattes. Same old good Colourpop formula, affordable, and not a huge fan of big palettes, but I really love this one. But if you want some color in your life, there's 2 bright palettes that I really love. This is the Kaleidos, the Escape Pod palette. This packaging, it is so cool. This brand is honestly like really cool. And the palette opens up like this. These formulas are so good. The mattes are so pigmented and bright. And these, please focus, these shimmers are actually just some of the most beautiful shimmer shadows I have. I have this one on my lid today. I mean, I don't need to say anything, just look at those. So pretty. My other favorite is another Colourpop palette. I don't buy a lot of eyeshadow palettes, especially high-end ones, because I really am a huge fan of Colourpop. This is the Fade into Hue Pressed Powder palette. Again, something that speaks for itself. You do not need any more colorful eyeshadows once you have this. I really like this because I was trying to get some more like bright tones, but a lot of palettes, they only have like one tone of brights. Like it'll be blues or pinks or yellows, but this, I love how it has this vertical layout. It has everything. It's like you want to do purple, you want to do blue. It also has these like gel glitter shades. I played a lot with this in the summer, doing some like Euphoria inspired looks. So pretty, so worth it. You really don't need to spend a lot of money, especially if it's like brights that you're not going to use a ton. All right, I feel like I'm on like the brink of losing my voice. Let's do lip liners. 4 different formulas. The NYX Original, not the lip suedes. The originals are just one of my go-tos. I love Nude Beige, I love Nude Truffle. This one is called Mauve. They're just like a classic wooden pencil formula, but they're long lasting. If you like just a classic lip liner, don't spend any more money. Just get these from the drugstore or Ulta. Another good one from NYX is actually like this new formula that they had. The Line Loud Lip Pencil in Fierce Flirt. I have this on today. This is so interesting. It's sort of like a liquid lipstick in a lip liner. It is so long lasting, like it does not move off of your lips, which is kind of amazing. It like you can fill in your lips with this as well. It's a really interesting like lipsticky lip liner. Just try it if you want something long lasting. It's really cool. And then I also really like the House of Sillage lip liners. They have a brush on one end and a liner here. This is another more classic formula. It's very long lasting and they came out with a lot of beautiful shades. I did this in my how to overline your lips video. I used, I think, the taupe shade of this and it's just beautiful. And my moisturizing pick for lip liners is the Sephora Contour Rouge Gel Lip Liner in the shade The Nudist. The reason I got this is because I was trying to find a Lime Crime Topaz dupe. This is not an exact dupe, definitely not in formula. It is way creamier, but it is a very similar shade where it's this cool neutral. Like I feel like it does not match the packaging. It's a little bit more purple. You have like fair skin, your lips are very light, and you feel like you need something very cool and muted. And so many lip liners are like that warm caramel neutral. They do not work on me. Try this one if you have the same problem. My lipstick favorites start with crayons. The Chantecaille Le Matte Stylo in Meadow Sweet. It's just a really pretty matte crayon that lasts a long time. A little bit more moisturizing. We also have the Laura Mercier Fresh Velour Extreme Matte Lipstick. I have a gloss on, but this is super matte and super long wearing. It's sort of like a liquid lipstick-y type of longevity, but in a crayon form, and I really do like the shade. Super duper long lasting. For my matte sort of tube formulas, the Makeup by Mario lipstick in the shade Erin. It is, my hair keep doing it. It is the perfect like beigey nude that doesn't pull warm on me. It gives you that like muted type of, it's just perfect. It's so pretty. I have worn it a ton and it's been in many of favorites videos. One of my favorite lipstick discoveries of the year has been the MAC Viva Glam 2, which has been around forever. I don't know why I've never tried it, but it's just kind of my perfect pink. It's a little bit more pink than the Makeup by Mario. This one's like a very like grayish shade, and this one is more like just my perfect pinkish nude that looks super similar to my lips. And if I want something a little bit more pink and more moisturizing, because it's like a satin formula, the Merit Beauty, the shade Baby, is my favorite because it's the perfect neutral pink. The packaging is also honestly some of the gorgeous packaging. Honestly, some of the most gorgeous packaging of the year. The formula's pretty, the shade's perfect. They just nailed this. For liquid lipsticks and for a red shade, the Honest Beauty Love. It's the perfect like blue tone red, super flattering, and these one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas because they don't like fully dry down, so they still have some comfortability to them. For glosses, there's really only two that I reach for a lot. The Victoria Beckham clear gloss formula. It is super shiny and non-sticky, so it's just one of those perfect everyday formulas. I do make sure to like clean the wand before I put it back in there so it doesn't fully change the clear color of it. Definitely want some more shades of that. And then the NYX, this is Milky Gloss. I love the shade Cookies and Milk. I have it on today because it tones down the lip crayon, tones down any lipstick. It's very creamy and non-sticky, and it's non-glittery, so it's just like very non-problematic lip gloss in my collection. For tinted moisturizing lip products, I just have two that are just the best of the best. The Fit Glow Beauty Lip Serums. I really like the shade Buff. These are, it's like a tinted lip treatment, but it's a little bit more pigmented than most, which I like because it gives you more coverage, especially if I'm like out and about and like my lip liner is looking patchy or something, and this just fixes it, but it's so moisturizing. If you use these, let me know your favorite shade because I definitely want some more. And then a new discovery is the Sochi Ceramide Lip Silks. These are so creamy and pretty. They're another one that's more pigmented, which I really prefer in tinted lip treatments because I want an even full coverage. And they are so moisturizing, especially on dry winter lips. They're always in my bag and I just reach for them constantly. And then lastly, we have the like two lip balms. I really like the Nude Stick Hydropeptide Lip Butter. This one is one of those like thicker, slightly sticky formulas, which I really like because it stays on your lips. So I don't like anything that's too thin and slips off. This just like really feels like it's moisturizing for a long time. And I also really love the Caloray Glazed Plumping Lip Trips. This is the shade Free Palomas. It's another like similar, it's a little bit thinner than the Nude Sticks one. It's called Nude Skin actually, but it's from Nude Sticks. This one does have some color to it, but it's more of that like gel-ish, moisturizing, non-oily type of formula. And then we have my favorite setting sprays of the year, a matte and more glowy, the Danessa Myricks Set It Forever Mist. And it truly like sets your makeup, mattifies, oil controls. It does what it says. Definitely worth it and such a cool product. If I want something more dewy, the Pop Makeup Magnet Mist. This is so affordable and it just like adds a slight dew. It melts powder in, but it's not too dewy. It smells like peppermint. Really like it. I've gone through so many bottles of this. It's just like, it fixes everything. Okay, my actual last thing I wanted to mention are my lashes, the Kiss So Wispy lashes. I either use these or the Ardell Wispies. So these are longer than the Ardell ones. I have these on today. What I do is I cut them in half. So as you can see, that front half here is already ready to use on the outer corner. And then this bottom half, which would usually be too long, I actually trim them. I just make sure to like trim diagonally. I've actually trimmed these so it has more of a gradient to it. So you get double the amount of lashes, and just because I like more outer corner lashes, they're very pretty and light and fluttery because I don't like lashes that like drag my eyes down. So I just repurchase these all the time for some of my favorite lash styles. That was my whole video. I kind of feel like I'm gonna pass out or I don't know what, but thank you for tuning in. I hope you found it helpful. Timestamps will be below. All the links will be below. I have some coupon codes and stuff, all the good stuff. I hope you found this enjoyable. Please don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a like if you liked it. Let me know in the comments below your favorite products of the year or things you want to see from me in the upcoming 2023. Thanks for tuning in and being a part of my YouTube channel. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.